Why the Philippines is Earth's craziest country. Picture this: an island inside a lake on a volcano, inside a bigger lake on an even bigger island. That's not a riddle, it's the Philippines. And that's just one of its over 7,600 islands. We haven't even touched on the 22 active volcanoes or the 20 typhoons that hit this archipelago almost every year. In this corner of the world, paradise and peril are next-door neighbors. Stick around, and you'll see why the Philippines is Earth's craziest, most captivating country. When you think of the Philippines, you probably picture perfect beaches, and you're not wrong. But beneath that postcard-perfect layer, this archipelago is a geological boxing ring. The Philippine Sea Plate and the Eurasian Plate are locked in a constant seismic struggle. This means earthquakes are common and volcanoes threaten to erupt at any moment. But here's the beautiful irony. All that subterranean violence has sculpted a landscape unlike any other. It's created ancient rice terraces that climb to the sky and vast underwater coral cities. It's a place where nature's power has forged both immense beauty and immense challenges. Forged by fire. The Philippines sits on the Pacific Ring of Fire, that infamous belt of volcanoes and seismic activity. Here, magma is just part of the daily grind. Take Mayon Volcano, famous for its perfect cone shape. It's a breathtaking sight, but it has erupted nearly 50 times in the last 400 years, a constant reminder of the powers simmering beneath. Then there's Tayal Volcano, the one from our riddle, a geological marvel just south of Manila. The country has around 22 active volcanoes, so it's not unusual for school kids to practice volcano drills like others practice fire drills. And then there are the earthquakes. Hundreds are recorded every year. Most are minor, but some, like the 7.8 magnitude Luzon quake in 1990, literally reshaped the landscape in an instant. Here, the Earth itself feels alive. Shaped by water. Despite its fiery land, the Philippines has the planet's fifth longest coastline, stretching over 36,000 kilometers. You could discover a new beach every day and not see them all in a lifetime. But water here is a double-edged sword. The warm Pacific that creates these beaches also breeds about 20 typhoons annually, with roughly half making landfall. Typhoon Haiyan in 2013 brought storm surges that swallowed entire towns. It's a humbling reminder of the ocean's power. Yet, those same relentless waves are master sculptors, carving out hidden lagoons and shaping sandbars that look like a perfect desktop wallpaper. It's a constant dance between creation and destruction. Explosion of life. With such wild geography, life here exploded into an astonishing array of forms. The Philippines lies within the Coral Triangle, the planet's epicenter of marine biodiversity. This means over 500 species of coral form vast underwater cities, home to more than 2,000 species of fish. On land, the majestic Philippine eagle rules the skies, a national treasure with a massive wingspan. Sadly, only about 400 breeding pairs remain in the wild. Overall, the nation hosts over 52,000 species, with new ones still being discovered. From tiny tarsiers with enormous eyes that can rotate their heads 180 degrees, to giant clams heavier than a toddler, evolution here gets incredibly creative, forging unique species found nowhere else on Earth. It's a living laboratory. Human sparks. You'd think people would avoid a place that's constantly shaking and flooding, but over 109 million Filipinos call this archipelago home. This density has created a vibrant tapestry of culture. While Filipino and English are official languages, over 100 indigenous languages are still spoken. 2,000 years ago, the Ifugao people carved the Banawe rice terraces into mountainsides by hand, an engineering marvel often called the eighth wonder of the world. Today, you'll find a different marvel on the streets, the iconic jeepneys. These are leftover Dabuwood military jeeps, transformed into chrome-laden, wildly colorful works of art. From centuries-old Spanish churches to gleaming megamalls, layers of history are stacked on top of nature's chaos. The Filipino spirit is one of adaptability, warmth, and an unshakable sense of community. If your brain is starting to melt with all these incredible facts, just imagine the homework I did to dig all this up for you. If you're enjoying this ride, do yourself a favor. Smash that subscribe button so you don't miss the next geography rabbit hole we tumble down. And hey, drop a comment below telling me which Filipino critter you'd absolutely love to spot in the wild. A tarsier, perhaps. Or maybe that majestic Philippine eagle. Let me know. Numbers that won't quit. Let's do a lightning round of numbers that prove how extreme the Philippines is. The archipelago stretches 1,850 kilometers from north to south. That's like driving from Paris to Warsaw. Just off its coast, the Philippine Trench plunges 10,840 meters. A canyon deeper than Mount Everest is tall. The country's highest peak, Mount Apo, stands at 2,154 meters, taller than any mountain between the Himalayas and the Papuan Highlands. And its 7,641 islands aren't even a static number. Low tide can literally reveal new ones. And for a final historical twist, in 1844, the country moved the international date line, effectively skipping an entire day to sync up with Asia. Even time bends here. Paradise meets peril daily. The core truth of the Philippines is that beauty and danger are inseparable dance partners. Take Siargao, a surf paradise with perfect waves. Those same Pacific forces that create the waves also generate super typhoons. The source of joy is also the source of fear. Or consider the Puerto Princesa Underground River, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Its pristine ecosystem is partly maintained by the very typhoons that cause destruction above ground as they flush the river system clean. Living here means every beautiful sunset comes with the knowledge that tomorrow might bring a tremor or a storm. It's a constant, visceral connection to the planet's raw power. You don't just visit the Philippines, you feel alive here. So yes, the Philippines is crazy, but it's the good kind of crazy. Like a spectacular fireworks show, bright, loud, and impossible to ignore. The very forces that threaten this place are the same ones that have sculpted an ecological and cultural masterpiece. If you crave predictability, this might not be for you. But if you want to feel the pulse of the planet in all its untamed glory, then book a ticket. Now tell me, would you dare to hike an active volcano? Or would you rather dive into the kaleidoscopic depths of the Coral Triangle? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next adventure.